After about 2 months of shelf time, I finally decided to glaze these pieces. Here are all of our glaze options within our studio, and this is the color I'm choosing. It's called Oatmeal, has a nice matte finish, and it's simple. When we use the studio glazes, we've got to weigh them out and record them on the sheet. That way it pays for the glaze usage and the kiln firing. So here I am weighing out all my pieces. These came out to around 3 pounds. So we put that down on the sheet and we double it to make up for, again, the glaze and kiln costs. And here I am wiping down my pieces with a damp sponge. This gets all the dust or debris off of them, and these definitely have dust on them. They've been sitting for over 2 months now. I will clean off the mixing drill just to make sure there's no other glaze on here before I mix mine up. Here's my glaze, and I've got to give this a good mix too. Just make sure all the chemicals are mixed together properly. There's nothing settled at the bottom. And then you go ahead, dip your piece one by one, hold it under the glaze for a couple seconds, move it around. And then when I pull it up, I make sure I move them around as they dry. That way the drips aren't more on one side than the other. I'm not really sure how to explain that. I just know that I'm supposed to do it this way. I am wiping off the glaze on the bottom, and I feel like I probably should have waxed these with some form of something, because these ridges were really annoying to get the glaze out of. As I'm wiping these off with the sponge, I'm also making sure that I wipe off some of the glaze near the bottom as well, like a little bit up the sides, just to make sure that if the glaze does drip in the kiln, it has a lesser chance of sticking to the kiln shelf because it's a little higher up. The last step I like to do before I consider these finished is to rub over any parts of the glaze that have dripped or that have little marks on them with my finger or my palm. This just ensures that when the piece is in the kiln, the glaze is melting as smooth as it can. I realize now I probably should have done this step over the glaze bucket. Don't come after me, okay? Next time I'll do it right. Once these pieces are done, put them up on the glaze shelf with my sheet. Someone will load them into the kiln this week, and we'll come back next week, see if they're done. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one. Bye.